Welcome to the ICPU's media channel, where today we will be looking at part 5 of what child abuse is in South Africa, and more specifically emotional abuse. In parts 1 to 4 in our series on what is child abuse in South Africa, we discussed the following: child abuse overview, physical abuse, sexual abuse, and neglect. While all forms of abuse in children result in emotional suffering, this video will focus on emotional abuse as a distinct form of abuse. What is emotional abuse? Emotional abuse can be defined as repetitive degrading or humiliating behavior and includes insults, verbal abuse, psychological abuse, belittling, and threats. Emotional abuse as a form of child abuse may include, but are not limited to, a variety of behaviors from the abuser, such as unrealistic expectations from the child, conveying to the child that she is worthless, unloved, or not valued, conveying hatred towards the child, conveying the fact that the child is a mistake, refuse to give the child the opportunity to express herself, and if she does express herself, will make fun of or silence the child, prevent the child to participate in healthy activities, unrealistic educational or physical expectations, may involve bullying the child, conveying threats of harm or injury to themselves or loved ones, may involve blaming, sarcasm, and joking about the child, may include control over the child, may isolate, manipulate, or lie to the child. Facts: emotional abusers can be anyone in the child's life with an authoritative position. How to know when a child is suffering emotional abuse? Children who are emotionally abused may present with the following indicators: isolating themselves, withdrawal and inability to relate to peers, poor self-esteem, speech and developmental disorders, anxious and clingy, depressed and or aggressive, sleeping and eating disorders, bedwetting and soiling of clothes, take unnecessary risks, often absent from school, self-harm and or suicidal. Facts: emotional abuse is very difficult to prove because the injuries are not visible. However, there are ways to protect a child who is being emotionally abused. How to protect a child who suffers from emotional abuse? Anyone can approach the children's court on behalf of the child and request an investigation by a social worker into the allegations of child abuse. If the child is in danger of being physically abused or harmed in any way, a protection order can be obtained. Watch the video, How to Obtain a Protection Order, on our YouTube channel.
Please note, child abuse affects all races and genders, and child abusers can be any race or gender. Any reference to a particular race or gender in the ICPU videos is solely for illustrative purposes.